It will. I don't want to make it too official. Casual. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The continuation of last night's chapter that we started, Babun fil Mubadarati ila al-Khairat, the chapter about hastening to do good deeds. Whenever there's an opportunity, don't wait, don't procrastinate. Do it as soon as possible when you have the ability. Another hadith from the chapter. عن أبي سروعة عقبة بن الحارث رضي الله عنه قال صليت وراء النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بالمدينة العصر فسلم ثم قام مسرعا فتخطى رقاب الناس إلى بعض حجر نسائه ففزع الناس من سرعته فخرج عليهم فرأى أنهم قد عجبوا من سرعته قال ذكرت شيئا من تبر عندنا فكرهت أن يحبسني فأمرت بقسمته رواه البخاري وفي رواية لا كنت خلفت في البيت تبرا من الصدقة فكرهت أن أبيته. Uqba bin Harith radiallahu anhu says that one day I prayed behind the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina, the prayer, the third prayer, the Asr. The Prophet ﷺ said the salam, concluded the prayer, and then quickly he got up and he rushed to one of his homes. And he was rushing so much that he says, فَتَخَطَّى رِقَابَ النَّاسِ, as if he was jumping over people's shoulder, like cutting people and leaving. When someone is in a rush, they go pretty fast. So that's how he described it. So people were like, what happened? People they were concerned from the quickness of how fast he left the prayer and went home. Maybe there's an emergency. Let's put that into perspective of how we end our prayer and what do we rush towards a lot of times. So the Prophet ﷺ then came out from his home, came back to the people, and then he saw them that people were like confused. They were concerned. So he said to them that I remembered a piece of gold or silver. It could be gold or tibr. It means a piece of gold or silver that we had in our home. So I disliked that I hold back on it even for that long. So I went home and told my family to distribute it, to give it away. This riwayah is in Bukhari. In the second riwayah, he mentions that it was a small piece of gold or silver of sadaqah that I was supposed to give it away. So I wanted to make sure that it gets done and it gets distributed as soon as possible. So this was the concern of the Prophet ﷺ, who was on the highest level. And of course, it's not required from all of us to be on that level, but it's kind of something for us to contemplate on, that the Prophet ﷺ never had even necessary things. I mean, he had things that you could count on your fingers, that he had the total of his household. But this is like right after the Fard Salat, when usually the Prophet ﷺ will wait and do adhkar, and even sometimes people will meet him, and that's why it is recommended for the Imam to face towards the people. So if anybody has a question, they can come and ask. everybody knows. So that's the reason why. And when we have sunnahs after the prayer, then it's recommended that the imam does not turn around immediately. It will take time, or does not turn around. Like after Fajr, after Asr, like those salats, the imam turns around right away. But the Prophet ﷺ left it right away, and that was his concern, that it's not that, I had a phone call, a message came in, or I have to rush to work, I have other worldly things. This was rushing again to another ukhrawi, another hereafter matter. So that's an indication of kind of reflecting and putting into perspective of how our salat is. That even after the salat, he's thinking about his responsibilities, and then the hereafter. We should think about what we have and how much we have and how so much we have, and we still complain and we're still concerned. So, mubadara ila al-khayr. So the bottom line, the lesson that, the final message from this hadith is that anytime that you tend to do something good, or you have something that is pending of what you're supposed to do, don't delay. Don't delay. That's from the devil. The devil wants you to delay. He says, you have time. Right? Anything good that you intend to do it right away. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawfiq. Barakallahu feekum. There was a new Muslim and they brought some of these. Please help yourself. ولا بينا مجيد.